Xu Qiliang was born on March 29, 1950, in Linkou County, Shandong Province, China, into a modest peasant family. Little is publicly known about his childhood, but his rural upbringing in post-revolutionary China shaped his early commitment to the communist cause. He joined the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, in 1967 at the age of 17, during the height of the Cultural Revolution, reflecting his alignment with Maoist ideals and the revolutionary fervor of the era. Education and early military training. In 1966, at just 16 years old, Xu enlisted in the People's Liberation Army, PLA, amid the ongoing Cultural Revolution, which disrupted traditional education but emphasized military service and ideological training. He began his formal military education at the PLA Air Force No. 1 Aeronautic Preparatory School, where he received initial pilot training. He later transferred to the Air Force No. 8 and No. 5 aeronautic schools to hone his aviation skills. Xu graduated as a fighter pilot in August 1969, marking the start of his lifelong dedication to the PLA Air Force, PLAF. Throughout his career, Xu pursued advanced studies at the PLA National Defense University on multiple occasions, in 1985, 1993, and 2001, focusing on strategic command, operational tactics, and military theory. These programs equipped him with the intellectual foundation to rise through the ranks in an increasingly professionalized military. Military career. Rise through the ranks. Xu's military trajectory was meteoric, spanning over 5 decades and encompassing combat roles, command positions, and strategic reforms. As a young pilot in the late 1960s and 1970s, he flew MiG-19 and J-6 fighters, logging thousands of hours in the tense border regions near the Soviet Union and Taiwan Strait, where the PLAF was modernizing amid Cold War pressures. 1980s. Divisional leadership. By 1983, Xu had risen to head a military division, overseeing air operations in eastern China. In 1984, he became vice commander of an army corps, and in 1985, he was appointed chief of staff at the Air Force's Shanghai headquarters while commencing his first stint at National Defense University. 1990s. Corps Command and Generalship. In 1991, Xu was promoted to Corps Commander of the PLAF and received his first star as a Major General. By 1993, he advanced to Vice Chief of Staff of the Air Force, later becoming Chief of Staff after further studies. In 1996, he was elevated to Lieutenant General, solidifying his status as a rising star in air power development. 2000s. Regional Command and National Staff. From 1999 to 2004, Xu served as Vice Commander and then full Commander of the Shenyang Military Region Air Force, a critical theater facing potential threats from Russia, North Korea, and Japan. In 2001, he joined the PLA General Staff Department as Vice Chief of Staff, influencing national defense policy. On June 20, 2007, he was promoted to full general, the youngest Air Force general at the time, and appointed commander of the entire PLAF, a role he held until 2012. Under his leadership, the PLAF shifted from outdated Soviet-era equipment toward indigenous fighters like the J-10 and J-11, emphasizing digitization and long-range strike capabilities. Xu's career was not without the political purges common in the PLA. He navigated the post-Tiananmen era and the anti-corruption campaigns under Jiang Zemin and Hu Jintao, earning a reputation for loyalty and competence. Political ascendancy and high-level roles. Xu's influence extended beyond the military into the upper echelons of the CCP. He was an alternate member of the 14th and 15th Central Committees, 1992-2002, before becoming a full member of the 16th, 17th, and 18th Central Committees, 2002-2017, .1 in 2007. He joined the 17th Politburo, and he retained a seat on the 18th and 19th Politburos, 2007-2022, placing him among China's most powerful figures. His pinnacle came in 2012 when, at the 18th Party Congress, Xi Jinping, then ascending to General Secretary, appointed Xu as Vice Chairman of the Central Military Commission, CMC, of the CCP, November 4, 2012 to October 23, 2022. FDA 5D7 in March 2013. He assumed the same role in the state CMC until March 11, 2023, serving alongside Fan Chenglong and later Zhang Yusha, with Xi as chairman. As Xi's trusted ally, Xu was instrumental in consolidating civilian control over the PLA, purging corrupt officers, and implementing sweeping reforms. Notable achievements and reforms. Xu's tenure as CMC vice chairman, 2012-2023, coincided with Xi's strong army vision, where he spearheaded transformative changes. Structural overhaul. In 2015-2016, he oversaw the dissolution of the PLA's 4 general departments, e.g., General Staff, General Political, and their replacement with 15 functional offices directly under the CMC, enhancing centralized command. Theater reorganization. The 7 military regions were restructured into 5 joint theater commands, e.g., Eastern, Southern, improving rapid response for scenarios like Taiwan contingencies. New force creation. He helped establish the PLA Army, Rocket Force, and Strategic Support Force, integrating cyber, space, and missile capabilities into the air domain. Xu prioritized air power modernization, advocating for stealth fighters, J-20, bombers, H-6K, and unmanned systems, positioning the PLOF as a blue water force capable of power projection. Internationally, he engaged in high-level diplomacy, including a 2018 meeting with U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis in Beijing to address South China Sea tensions and military-to-military dialogue. B 13925. His 46 years of service earned him an array of decorations, including 7 rows of military ribbons denoting CMC-level echelon and longevity. Foreign honors included Pakistan's Nishan-e-Imtiaz, 2009, and Belarus's Order of Friendship, 2013. Personal life and legacy. Xu maintained a low public profile regarding his family, with no major controversies or scandals linked to him, unlike some peers ensnared in Xi's anti-corruption drive. He was known for his scholarly demeanor, often quoting classical Chinese texts and speeches, and his piloting expertise, which informed his strategic vision. Death and tributes. After retiring from the state CMC in March 2023 at age 73, concluding a 57-year career, Xu lived quietly in Beijing. He passed away on June 2, 2025, at the age of 75, due to illness, as announced by state media. His remains were cremated on June 9, 2025, with tributes from Xi Jinping and the CCP highlighting his outstanding contributions to national defense and military modernization. Xu's death marked the end of an era for a generation of PLOF leaders who bridged China's transition from a continental to a global military power.